When I was little, I went to see the movie The Gate that featured these little demon creatures that scared the hell out of me. Those little bastards were so evil that they even set the theater screen on fire. Well, that's what I thought as a kid, and it did terrible things to my 9-year-old brain. Now, fast forward 23 years, and I had to relive my nightmares with another set of demonic rat like looking creatures. Someone here lock the basement door because it's going to be a long few weeks. Welcome back to the Popcorn Confessional, and this is Dave from NERDBOX, and I'm accompanied by my wife, also from NERDBOX, and it is the 31 Days of Halloween special. And what are we talking about? It is a remake. It is Don't Be Afraid of the Dark. So fire up that Jiffy Pop and meet us in the booth.
8-year-old Sally goes to stay with her father Alex and his girlfriend Kim in an old mansion previously owned by renowned painter Lord Blackwood, who mysteriously vanished in the 19th century. Sally, while wandering the grounds, discovers a window that leads to a hidden room, and despite the groundkeeper's warnings, they locate the hidden entryway in the mansion to get to it. Because people don't listen. Sally hears voices coming from an old fireplace and opens it up to let whoever is speaking to her out. Only it wasn't a person or a ghost. Instead, it is a colony of little creatures who have sinister intentions.
Yeah, and those sinister intentions is stealing people's teeth.
Yeah.
Now, personally, we have a hidden room in our basement, and it's right over there underneath us.
Yeah.
So, watching this movie is like, oh, no. Leave the hidden room alone.
And we know where we could get entrance to it. There's a window outside, but I'm not touching it.
Yeah, just like this movie.
Yeah. Not touching it. Nope.
Nope, not at all. Now, in this film here, it's a lot nicer because if you get off the window, you can see that there's a huge basement that's hidden in this 19th century home.
Yeah, and it looks like it was the workspace for the painter that was previously owned the place. So
before we get into the horror part of it, we do have a pretty serious story that's going on where we have Sally, who doesn't seem to be wanted by her mom anymore.
Yeah.
And it seems to be an inconvenience for the dad, who has a new girlfriend, and she is going to live with them. And she is played by Bailey Madison.
Yeah, who's just amazing.
Yes, I don't know why she doesn't get any more roles or a lot of roles. When she was a kid, she got a lot of roles, and we've seen her in a lot of things. There was R.L. Stein's Haunting Hour. She was in like 4 episodes of that, and there was an episode in that was really creepy with her in it, and it's about the living doll.
Yeah.
And I thought she was actually in more horror movies just because we've seen her in those horror TV shows.
Yeah, because she was in other stuff that definitely wasn't horror movies. She was also in the movie Just Go With It with Jennifer Aniston and Adam Sandler. So she was a kid then. That was, I think, around the same time as this movie. So yeah, I don't know what happened.
Yeah, she brings the heat. She is she's upset, she's depressed about what's going on in her life, and there's my replacement. It's this new girl, right? And she is so talented that she's one of those people that I've talked about many times that can give you a look and you instantly know everything that's going on in her head.
Yeah.
And she does that several times, like, oh boy.
Yeah. You can feel the chill coming off of her when she gives you that death stare. So
yes.
Just a talented girl. She really is. And I'm sure she still is. I just wish we get to see more of her.
Yeah. I would like to see her in more horror movies.
Yeah, because her last movie, I believe, was Strangers Pray at Night, maybe? And like I said, she was about 17, and now she's 22. Yeah. So I don't know what she's doing.
Katie Holmes is the girlfriend, and what we get a little bit different that we've seen in other movies in this situation is, Katie Holmes is not like oh my god, get this kid away from me. Although that she almost gives that vibe in the beginning of the
Mm-hmm.
movie, but I think it's for reasons that they never really dove into.
Mm-hmm.
You could just tell the way she was acting, the way the story was written for her, that something happened in her childhood that makes her feel for Sally in this film.
Yeah. Yeah, because her father right away is like, well, my kid has issues. I know that.
Hmm.
And she's like, no, like, she's not angry. She's scared.
Yeah,
Like, she
issues.
sees something.
The girl's on Adderall. That's for ADHD. That's not issues. Dick. And these little creatures that live in a fireplace. It's an old, like an iron fireplace there that has these bolts all around it,
Hmm.
and that's where she's hearing the voices come from. That.
Yeah. There's runes carved into the stone over the
Ooh.
furnace that the creatures live down in,
Mhm.
and it actually spells out "be afraid" in Elder Futhark, some language back from I don't know when.
You said runes. That was good. There's voices coming out of this iron fireplace here, and it's got Sally's attention. So she is having a hard time right now, and the voice is like, "Oh, yeah, they don't like you," and they're trying to get into her head, and they
Yeah,
do,
they do. They
as it
do.
would probably any kid going through that situation.
Guillermo actually voiced one of the creatures.
Yeah,
Yeah, so I mean, it makes sense.
yeah, yeah. They have voices. In the gate, they didn't. In this, they
Yeah,
had voices.
yeah, and they're super creepy.
Yes.
The way that they're just like,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah, it's
then
done well.
yeah, and then they'll say other stuff, but it's very like drawn out and like low.
She pries the door off of this fireplace, lets them out. At first, she kind of thinks they're going to be her friends. I wouldn't know why, because they're hideous looking.
I just think that she wants a friend.
Yeah,
That's
they do stay in the dark because that's where they live, in this
Mhm.
cavern that's all the way down below. And then they start just doing some really evil and nasty little things that you expect from little creatures like that. Trying
Yeah.
to poke people's eyes through,
Ugh.
skeleton key doorknobs and holes in the
Yeah.
door.
And
And
these little bastards like knives.
yes, yes, they do.
They find knives and like those
Razor
old fashioned
blades.
razors, that they use in the barber shop. Man, they find anything that's sharp. Scissors, and yeah, it's crazy. They're little bastards.
Yeah, the special effects in this was spot on
Oh
because they
yeah.
looked real.
Oh yeah, they definitely looked real. Absolutely.
I would want to own one for all of our collection here, but I'd be creeped out to see it.
Yeah, see, like we have that critter thing, but he doesn't creep me out. Well, though he creeped the dog out, but he doesn't creep me out. But one of these things would definitely, I feel like I'd walk past it and it was gonna like jump on me or something.
Mm.
That's how I would feel because that's what they did in this movie, and that scares the shit out of me.
So as the creatures start, causing trouble within the house, Sally is getting the blame for it, and
Hmm.
that starts causing conflict between Kim and Alex, which are the girlfriend and the father in the film.
Hmm.
And that's where Kim's like, you know what? Mm-mm. No, no. You listen to the kid, or I'm leaving.
Yeah, and she literally was packing the kids' bag. She's like, I'm getting her out of here.
Yeah.
Like, you can stay, but I'm so essentially she's gonna kidnap his kid.
It was nice. You know what? It was nice to see in the story
Yeah.
how the roles kind of switched there a little bit. And she's like,
Yeah.
I'm taking charge of the situation if you're not going to.
Yeah, because he was just too consumed in his work and the fact that he'd sunk all of his money into this restoration of this mansion.
Mhm.
So, yeah,
Now,
movie super scary though.
now, it's R rated for some reason, but I think it's perfect for the entire family, especially with the lights off. And
Yeah.
like we say, if you want to scare the hell out of your kids, this
Yeah.
is one.
So the MPAA rated the movie R despite it being shot with a PG-13 rating in mind.
Mhm.
So Guillermo del Toro considered this a badge of honor. When he asked them what needed to be cut to be rated PG-13, he was told, why ruin a perfectly scary movie?
Yeah, it's not gory.
No.
I don't think there's 3 F-bombs in this film, because if there are, I didn't pick up on it. So if he was filming it with PG-13 in mind, there wouldn't have been.
Yeah.
It's just a good, scary movie. And it's a remake that's very good, too.
Yeah, I don't know if maybe the rated R just comes from some of the things that happen, like the way it happens. I mean, like that one, the groundskeeper, he got fucked up. So I mean, maybe it's just some of the things that they do that gave it that R rating, but I think I think it was just barely pushed into an R rating.
I think it's just because it's a scary movie,
Yeah.
and they
And maybe they want to warn you about kids and, because little kids, I mean, I know our son who's 22, that was like the movie that scared the crap out of him. He was terrified of that movie. So, I mean, definitely.
Yeah, so as a parent there too, kids getting out of line, let them watch the movie and say, hey, they live in our basement too. So you better stay in line or I'm going to shove you down the hole down there.
Okay.
It would work.
I mean, let's not put that on like camera, like for the world to see.
Yeah.
You're going to stick your kids in a creepy ass hole in the basement. Yeah, that's fantastic.
Yeah. They're getting out of line. The creatures are coming to get you.
Okay.
Yeah. So watch this one with the family. It's fun. Drop your rating in the comments. Let us know what your reviews are of this film.
Well, it's fun, except that what did Kira say when we put it on? She was like, "If I watch it, I won't sleep tonight."
Not my problem. It sounds like her problem. Honestly, when I was a kid, I had nightmares with certain horror movies, and I still go back to them today. And that's probably one of the better parts about being a kid with certain horror movies. Getting your pants scared off of you, being afraid to go to sleep, and then as you grow through the years and you like these films, it's like, man, nothing's scary anymore.
Yeah. I know the movies that scared me as a kid. I'm good now. I mean, for the most part, Freddy Krueger scared the crap out of me, but now I just think he's awesome. So, took me a lot of years to get to that point. And The Gate, that was another one that really scared me.
Perfect. So if you watch this one and you want to do it for twofer, watch The Gate first, though.
Yeah.
I'll say that because it is a film from the 80s. So you look at it after you watch this movie here, and you're like, oh, man.
Yeah,
if you watch them,
obviously film quality is not fantastic.
Yeah. If you watch them in reverse order, you get the little demon bastards from The Gate, and then you get elevated up with the next level of those little creepy demon bastards.
And then The Gate demon bastards will seem tame.
Yes.
In comparison.
I think they like to play with knives, too. Anyway, remember, drop your rating in the comments below. Let us know what your review of this film is. What other remakes, that's two now that we gave you that were really good, that you find are above par. There's The Thing. There's a bunch of them out there. What other creature films do you like? Because this is our last one, I believe, for the 31 Days of Halloween. So we're going to need some new creature films to hold us over until next Halloween.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on the notifications, and share.
Yes, please share this video and other ones.
Yes.
And until tomorrow,
see ya.